morning everyone for grade 5. Today we will talk about how do scientists collect and interpret data. That's for Tuesday 21 April 2020, pages 349 and 340. Today I want you to know how to select and use tools to collect and interpret data. You see this? All of these are scientific tools. Number one, it's what used for temperature. Number two, the scale is used for, or the balance is used for measuring mass. Number three, used for duration. Number four, used for measuring length. Number five, using for measuring weights. Number six, measuring volume. Tools. What are tools? Tools, scientific may use many different kinds of tools to collect data. The tools used depends on the task. You can use tools for what? You see this question? Underline for things that tools help you. All the underlined sentences are the answer of this question. The tools helps you to, number one, see things that you normally couldn't see. Number two, see it in more detail. Number three, measure things and gather information. Number four, measure volume, temperature, length, distance, mass, time. Number five, gather information and analyze your data. Number six, help you find information to collected by others. Tools of observation. That tool is for what? Observation. The microscope, hand lens, and the camera. That other tools used for observations. Now, you can use balance to measure mass. You can use a stopwatch or timer to measure elapsed time. You can use a calculator to analyze data easier and faster than you could with paper and pencil. You can use thermometer to measure temperature. Many thermometers have both Fahrenheit and Celsius scale. You can use a meter stick to measure length and distance. You can use a graduated cylinder to measure volume. You can use a microscope that makes objects appear much larger. Why you look at the graduated cylinder at eye level when reading the scale? You can see the exact level of the liquid unless your eyes are at the same level as the liquid. Scientists use tools other than the ones on the page. What tool could help you gather information, analyze data, and find information collected by others? Yes, computers. Scientists know that they must work safely when doing experiments. You see this? We will explain what in this picture in details. Scientists know that they must work safely when doing experiments. You need to be careful when doing a science activities too. It's important to keep yourself and other people safe. Care must be taken to make sure all living organisms, including plants and animals, are handled properly. Follow these safety rules. Number one, the long hair pack and avoid wearing clothes. Number two, wear safety glasses when needed. Number three, never taste or smell any substance unless directed to do so by your teacher. Number three, listen to the teacher's instructions and ask questions. Number four, use chemicals carefully. Number five, help keep the plants and the animals that you use safe. Number six, handle the sharp items. Number seven, read the activity carefully before you start. Why might it be important to ask questions after your teacher gives instructions? To clear up confusion. Why? What do all of these tools have in common? All of these tools help the scientists make observation and provide data. Number two, how would you find the volume of liquid using graduated? Yes, graduated cylinder. I will power the liquid into the graduated cylinder, then looking at the cylinder at the eye level, then yes, I would look at the marking because to the bottom of the curve of the liquid, that marking point will tell you the volume. Suppose you roll a ball to your friend at the opposite side of a room. What tool would you use to measure? Yeah, the meter stick. How is a band balance different from a spring scale? A band balance measures the mass of an object, but spring scale measures the weight. What do you need to use gram cubes to find the mass of an object? Because that object I can't measure its weight or its mass, but the mass of gram cubes is known. Which tool could you use to measure a rock sample? Ruler, balance, and spring scale. What are two timing devices you can use when conducting an experiment? Clock and stopwatch. Why might you use a stopwatch instead of clock? Because the stopwatch is smaller and easier to carry around, and it gives you a more precise measurement. Why it's important to tie back long hair and avoid wearing loose clothing when you are doing science experiments. Long hair could cover your face, so you couldn't observe the measure correctly. Loose clothing could knock over objects. What are two ways that you can keep the plants and animals that are using experiments safe? Give them food, water, light. Make sure that they are kept at a comfortable temperature. Finally, I wish you understand that part of our lesson today, and I am waiting for your requests and for your questions about this part. Thank you and see you.